Hello everybody. Time once again to do the daily targets from back in the day. We've got August 6th, 7th, and 8th of 2023. I revisit these because I enjoy doing the CSS battles on CSSBattle.dev and with a plus membership, which I've had for a little while, you can go and revisit these tasks and see how you would code them. They're a lot of fun. Code golf, as few characters as possible. So what do we got here? We've got a box and its echo, let's say, at a 45-degree angle. We've got an arrow with a tantalizingly blunt tip. And we got a circle with two hemispheres, two colors on each side. Okay, so what do we got? Let's start with the box here. Let's do the blank template, huh? Yeah, do blank template. All right, I feel tempted to go ahead and turn this into a square. That's a square, and then rotate it, huh? Transform, rotate 45 degrees. Okay. And like that. And then what do we need to do? Well, obviously we need to change these colors. That color needs to be that background. And then this guy needs to be this color. Okay, so in terms of size, we're not big enough. Is 200 too big? Yeah, 200's too big. How about 150? And then we're going to use our margins, I think, to put these into place. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 81, 82, 70, okay, 80, okay, oh, we're still too big, 140 maybe. And I just want to visually see that this lines up perfectly, right? Oh, and then are we too big, too small, a little of both? Let's move this over more. No, 80. So we're just touching these numbers. 87, 88, 89, 88.5, 88, 8. Okay. So I kind of feel like I see a faint outline there. That's no good. We really don't like that. We don't like that at all. We're gonna pretend like we don't see that, and let's do. I think the right way to do this, or one approach for this that might work, is a box shadow. So we're gonna do a box shadow, and just so we can see it, we're going to turn off that background for a little while. I just want to see what I've got going. So because this is at an angle, these numbers, two numbers, okay, how about minus? Okay, so if we do numbers at that with that scheme, and then I put a color, okay, and then we want another one with slightly different numbers, with this color. Okay, and then -3. How about 4? Do we need to? We need to increase both numbers, don't we? Or decrease both numbers. 40, 40, and that's the idea. All right, now we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and put that background back on. And then if we can get these numbers right, then we're in good shape. So we'll go 30, 30. About 40, 40. And then now we can't see anything. How about 80, 80? Is that? That's too far. How about 60, 60? And of course I see that those numbers are not quite right. Okay, so that that means that we've gone too far with this one. 30, 30, 60, 60. Is that it? Let's see if that's 100%. If that is, and we get out. I am concerned that there's a little bit of a hazy line. Nope, that's 100% match, and we're done. Sometimes we catch a break. I feel like I see a faint outline, and sometimes that's a trick of the renderer in CSS Battle, is that it looks like it's not matching, but we're actually perfectly happy. Okay, so let's minify and replace, and I think that we can remove the space before a minus. No, we can't. Wrong. But we can before a hash mark, because hash mark is unambiguously not part of the prior thing. In this case, the position of the box shadow, and that is a new high score, so I've done well with that one. All right, next. The round bit is the tricky bit of that one, isn't it? That makes me think that the correct approach is to... We'll start with our blank template, and let's turn this at a 45-degree angle, huh? Again, transform again. The theme is, sometimes there's kind of a theme. Rotate 45 degrees. And I'm going to do a square again, aspect ratio. Oh, and that's something I could have done over here, huh? Yeah, even though I've got this aspect ratio 1. Okay, we're going backwards. We do width 140, and in theory that'll be equivalent and get us a better score. Forgot about that. Normally I would go back and do that, and I've done it here for you now, and so we're done. Okay, cool. Enough of that. All right, so let's put the background of this color, and then let's think through border radius 50 pixels, 0, 0, 0. That's our number. That's the one. And is that big enough? No, probably not. And then let's do the same technique that we did before. Actually, we do want to put the background on the body, and then let's use our margins. $110, 100, 100, 110, 20, 30. That's close, very close. Let's make that. Let's try to right size that box. Okay, so then we need to change these numbers, right? Because for every one of these shifts, we need to make a proportionate shift. That's pretty good. Again, we see that faint outline, which does concern me. So let's make that background our favorite, the conic gradient. Okay. Do I want a conic gradient there? Now I'm not so sure. Hilariously. Now, well, I want the conic gradient. That's from 90 degrees, so we're going down, and then it's going to be transparent. 25%, and then blue. And this will get us an arrow. There's that arrow. And then by shifting the at sign, at part of this syntax, we'll start at a very low number, and then we'll increase that number. These numbers 3, 4, okay, and 3, 4. Not bad, not too bad. All right, so then on the body, we want. Shall we use another conic gradient? Actually, can we use the same conic gradient? Maybe we can. No, we can't. We can't really, can we? Well, we kind of can. if we change the width of it and change the repeat, then we might be able to. So that's silly. So yeah, let's do that. G, and that's our conic gradient. So I like how silly this is. And then that's var dash dash G. And then this guy also has a background of var dash dash G. And then if I set that to 0, 0, and then make the width 40 pixels, and repeat Y, then yes, that is the thing. Or no repeat. Actually, we want no repeat, don't we? Because otherwise it is going to be too tall. So we want that. And then we move that downward. And then over. I like how silly this solution is. 8. Is that right? I think that might be right. Let's see. If anything, we might have to move that box around a little. Slightly. Nope, that's 100% match, and we will absolutely take that. Unit replace and minify and nip and tuck at some of these other spaces. Not that one. And that one. And we resubmit, and that should be a good score. We like it. We like it. Very pleased with that. Super fun. All right. Lastly, blank template time. Oh, is this a circle? Is this two? So I know I can do this with two gradients. One is a radial gradient on the body that is transparent in the middle and then brown on the outside, and then a linear gradient. But why don't we do it another way? Because that's sort of semi-fun. So we'll do a linear gradient. That's at 90 degrees. Or actually, even, all right, let's do this in a silly, well, since this is going so well today, yesterday, not so well, solid, 100 pixels, solid 100 pixels, now border solid, border width 0, 100, 0, border color 0. Also, this is silly. 0, maybe, and then as a width of 0, a height of 100, and a width of 0. Okay. I like how silly this solution is. And then I think we do a clip path circle. Again, I really am enjoying how silly this solution is. I've never used clip path circle in one of these, but this is, it's pretty silly, and I enjoy it. So that's what we're doing. And then I'll put the margins on the body. Margin 40, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92. Okay. Those seem like silly numbers, but I'll take them. And is that it? Why does this work? So this is not my best solution. Let's minify and unit replace. But why does a border width, so the border widths work because each side is 100 pixels. Like, so, and I think I must remember that this is, roughly a 200 pixel wide thing. And if we put our measure here, that starts at roughly 100, and then the middle part is roughly 200, and then this last part is roughly 300. So that's how I know that. And so the middle number represents the borders on either side. And the colors, you can set border colors however you want, and this odd trick of setting 0 as a color, I guess it accepts that value, even though to me it doesn't really make sense. Now, can I do another? So it doesn't like that. It doesn't like 3 border color values. It's defaulting to a 0, I guess. Can I get rid of this one? Nope, I can't. So that's just an oddball of the parsing logic of border color. Yeah. So I could also do what, border left, border inline. I could do border inline 100, and then border. But I'm concerned that the solid would have the default of 2, and so I'm totally happy with that solution. Totally happy. And then clip path circle is just this, the syntax. Now, do I need the parens? Yes, I do. So that's calling the function of a clip path circle, and it's using the defaults, which is to be a circle that encompasses the whole body. If I made that height 300, it doesn't work. Why? Because it's actually, so that, well, it is actually still doing the clip path. It's just putting it in a slightly different place, right? Like this is still, it's 300 tall, but it's doing the clip path adhere to the bottom, I think. So if I take off the clip path, then you'll see that's what that real object is, but the clip path is applying in that way. So that's kind of fun, fascinating. I guess you could do a different unit here. 1 in, 1 Q, 9 in. That's fine. All right, I'm resubmitting, even though I think I've submitted all that I could submit. This is a fun one. Super fun series here. Very straightforward, seemingly straightforward solution. So what was the first time I did this? I got 720 in November, and let's load that code. Let's see what that looks like. That's not loading, is it? Oh no, it is. It's very simple. So this is the 2 gradient solution, and I was using transparent, the number. So rather than what, right? I can do transparent to define that number, and I didn't realize it. You could just do a 0 to do the end color. But that is a transparent circle on the middle, and then brown on the out, and then a linear gradient of 90 degrees and 50%, and I didn't realize you could do 0 there. Now, is that a better solution? And then can I do what, star, right? I'll resubmit. So that's that's the other way to do it. 100 pixels, it doesn't have to be 100 pixels, so that's actually a better score. Unit replace. So 100 pixels happens to be 25 view units, view width, and so that's also going to be slightly smaller in terms of size, in terms of the number of characters. So that's also a new high score. So my goofy solution today was very appealing to me, but not the best score. It's all good. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching along. Appreciate you. Have a great day. I'm gonna go to the beach. Take care.